to monitor all of those developments between the US and China relating to trade. But now we move to Africa, and Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of Congo have agreed on an outline for the regional economic integration framework, that according to the US State Department. This comes as the two countries take steps towards delivering on a peace deal signed in Washington earlier in June. According to a statement from the US State Department, the framework tenets include elements of cooperation on energy, infrastructure, mineral supply chains, national parks and public health. Rwanda and the DRC had signed a peace deal in June, which was mediated by the Trump administration, which aimed to bring an end to fighting that has killed thousands. The deal also aimed to attract billions of dollars of Western investment to a region which is rich in tantalum, copper, gold, lithium and cobalt. As part of the deal signed in June, Kigali and Kinshasa had agreed to launch a regional economic integration framework within 90 days. Reportedly, a preliminary draft of the framework has been agreed to and is planned to be signed at a meeting of heads of state at the White House. However, no date has been set for that meeting. Well, joining us to discuss the situation, Dr. Levi Ndu, a political analyst who's joining us from Johannesburg in South Africa. Thank you ever so much for your time. Of course, an area in Africa that had seen fighting escalating with thousands of deaths potentially and lots of displacement as well. How big of a milestone is this economic framework, given that, of course, it comes months after that initial peace deal was signed?
Greetings to you, Joshua. Greetings to the viewers at home. This is a remarkable milestone in the sense that the conflict in the DRC has taken some time, in which it was quite difficult to resolve. It has also taken a number of other countries, especially in the South African development community, to also participate and get involved. A lot of lives have been lost, and there were people who had lost hope that there will never be peace in the eastern part of the DRC. These developments, it's a triumph for diplomacy, it's a triumph for peace in that region. It is also a milestone that will see the citizens of both the DRC and Rwanda living together peacefully and indeed coming up with initiatives to develop their own region. And that will benefit all the citizens. That, for me, is exactly what is expected. It is what we need to see happening with many other countries.
So, and Dr. Ndu, of course, we mentioned their potential Western investment. Do you think that's a potential reason for US involvement, given the amount of rare earth minerals that are currently in the east of the DRC?
At this stage, what is primary is to ensure that the conflict has to come to an end. Whether the peace is brokered by the US or any other person, I think what is central now is that there is peace. We are not going to see the loss of lives. We are not going to see people being relocated from one place to the other. What could be a challenge would be the integrities on how they develop that region. But that, for me, will require them making sure that they are able to cooperate, that they are able to put personal interest behind and put the interests of all the people forward. And that, in my view, it's what we expect, and we expect to see as much progress as possible in that regard.
Absolutely. Dr. Ndu, thank you ever so much for taking the time to provide that unique insight. And of course, your time as well. It's a topic of conversation we will continue